And I want to take you straight now to Jonathan Gilbert, who's been reporting for India Today right through this day, a very special day. Jonathan, good evening to you. The ceremonials at Westminster Abbey are complete. The convoy containing the Queen's coffin is now heading towards where you are. Could you take us through, Jonathan, what we see next in the list of events as part of the Queen's funeral?
Yes, absolutely. Well, what you're witnessing right now, and this is slightly unexpected, it certainly wasn't on the order of service, is an enormous procession of what look like Metropolitan Police officers. They're essentially here to marshal the crowd because in just about an hour and a half's time, the motorized procession, the motorized convoy, which will bear the Queen's coffin from central London, from Westminster here to the Castle of Windsor, which is about 25 miles to the west of London by road, will travel all the way up this enormous straight carriageway here. It's called the Long Walk, and that's what all these people are here to see. Many, many thousands of people, perhaps slightly more local than those we saw in London, or perhaps those who couldn't bear the crush of Westminster today, are here lining this 3-mile-long carriageway, and they will be here to witness the Queen's hearse as it makes its way right up here. And then there, just behind you, may be able to see the main body of Windsor Castle, and that is where she will ultimately be laid to rest in just a few hours' time.
Jonathan, have these ceremonials been rehearsed over the last few days? Because it's been a long time since these ceremonies have taken place, and they are pretty precise. There are a lot of moving parts in everything that we're seeing play out. Has there been a degree of rehearsal being conducted for all of these ceremonies?
Yes, absolutely. No one does ceremony like the British, but nonetheless, as you say, it's all very well, these plans being laid out on paper, but people need to, as you say, the moving parts need to be oiled. So yes, to answer your question, the procession which we saw earlier, which brought the Queen's casket from Westminster Hall to Westminster Abbey, that was rehearsed on several occasions overnight in the course of the last week or so. This current procession, which is going on within Westminster as we speak, as the casket is pulled by hand up the mile towards Hyde Park Corner, that also has been very heavily rehearsed over the last few days. This procession is perhaps slightly less complex because it will be a motorized procession. At this stage, the casket will have been transferred to a hearse, a traditional motorized hearse. So I think at this stage we can probably reliably say there are unlikely to be too many complications. That said, there are many thousands of people here. The crowd is swelling even as I speak. And as I was saying, a huge contingent of uniformed police officers have just taken up their positions now on either side of the road just to ensure that this procession goes as smoothly as one could hope for.